Hi, and welcome to a Strata Building Energy Efficiency Update 20 years on. So, similar to the TV show that did the level up and looking at people through their lives every 7 years, we thought we'd have a little look at a bunch of 25 apartment buildings 20 years after they first had an energy efficiency analysis done. So, back in 2005, Energy Australia did the multi-unit residential buildings energy and peak demand study. And what we've done in 2025 is we've estimated how much a bunch of these buildings from that original study are paying for energy now compared with 2005. And we've also estimated what the carbon emissions from the buildings are. And it's actually lower in 2025 because of the greening of our entire grid. So the carbon intensity in the grid is much less in 2025 than in 2005 because of all the renewables that go into the grid now. And we've also had a look at which of these participants have installed solar. So here we are, 765 Princess Highway in Blakehurst, or the Seabreeze building. And this is one of the buildings that has installed solar. You can see the solar panels here. Here is the energy use breakdown. And just to let you know that these energy use breakdowns include the apartment consumptions in aggregate, as well as the common areas in these energy use breakdowns. So it's the total energy use across electricity and gas for the entire building. So a site like this, we think that the cost of energy for running this building's gone from about 60,000 to 144,000, and the carbon emissions have fallen from 447 tonnes of CO2 per annum down to 285 tonnes of CO2 per annum. And over here you can just see the intensity of energy use in this building compared to the average building in the study. And that's adjusted on a megajoules per apartment per year basis across all the energy consumed in the building, being the aggregate of the individual apartments and the common areas. 37 Victor Street in Chatswood, or Chatsworth. Here's the energy use breakdown. And this is a high rise, so it consumes a lot more. It's a lot more intensive of an energy user than low rise buildings. We think its consumption of energy has grown from about 382,000 to 886,000, and carbon emissions down from 2,800 to about 1,800 tonnes of CO2 per annum. 14 to 16 Freeman Road in Chatswood, or Serenity. This is the only building that's done two major projects in the set that we're going to look at today. It's done common area solar, and it's done a common area hot water heat pump to make a dent in this hot water consumption that in 2005 was contributing to 47% of the total energy use in the building, 48 units here. So we think consumption in dollar spend has gone up from about 40 grand to 100 grand, and CO2 emissions down from 280 to 183. 1 Catherine Street in Chatswood, known as the Bentley, another high rise, and we think its total energy consumption's grown from about 280,000 to about 657,000. Carbon emissions down from 2,009 tonnes to 1,309 tonnes per annum. 6 to 8 Freeman Road, Chatswood, medium rise with 39 units, and we think this is energy consumption's grown from about 43 to 108,000 a year. Carbon emissions down from 310 to 202 tonnes of carbon per annum. 2 to 14 Victor Street, Chatswood, 42 units. Again, not a very heavy energy intense apartment building, this one. We think that the cost of energy has risen from about 37 to 91,000, and greenhouse emissions are down from 259 to 170 tonnes of CO2 per annum. 55 Harris Street in Piermont, here's the energy use breakdown. Total energy consumption is estimated to have gone from 255,000 to 594,000, and tons of carbon down from 1921 to 1224. 6 to 10 Cairo Street in Rockdale or Chapel Gardens. This is a very low energy consuming block. It's a low rise, and we think it's grown from 17,000 to about 45,000. Greenhouse emissions down from 135 tonnes of CO2 to 84 tonnes of CO2. To Ashton Street, Rockdale. We're back in high rise here with 111 units, and we think energy costs have grown from 146 to 336,000. CO2 down from 975 to 653. 9 to 17 Warriyama Place in Roselle, another lower rise. And we think energy costs have gone from 65 to 154,000 a year. CO2 down from 480 to 308. 9 Greenough Avenue, Elizabeth Bay, 24 units. You may or may not like the pink colour. The cost has gone from of energy has gone from 13k to 36k a year. CO2 down from 110 to 69. 2 Crick Avenue, Elizabeth Bay, known as the Carlisle. We think it's gone from 29,000 to about 71,000. CO2 down from 230 to 144. 213 Bridge Road in Glebe, 58 units but low rise. We think energy costs have gone from 46 grand to 115. CO2 down from 325 to 214. 1 to 9 Terrace Road in Dulwich Hill, 81 apartments, low rise, but it's got a swimming pool and a spa. We think energy costs have gone from 54 to 131, and greenhouse emissions down from 359 to 242 tonnes of CO2 per annum. 17 to 21 Willock Avenue in Miranda, 39 units. Energy costs up from 52 to 121 grand. CO2 down from 351 to 235. 8A Wilder Street in Potts Point, 31 units. Energy costs up from 19 grand to 52. CO2 down from 157 to 98. 113 Arthur Street in Strathfield, 31 units. Energy costs up from 27 to 73k, and CO2 down from 219 to 137. 32 to 40 Holt Street in Surrey Hills, 19 units. Energy costs up from 20 to 54. CO2 down from 162 to 102. 6 Short Street in Surrey Hills has 22 units. Energy costs up from 17 to 44,000. CO2 down from 124 to 82. 269 Riley Street in Surrey Hills, 20 units, low rise. Energy costs up from 17k to 46. CO2 down from 139 to 87. 780 Burke Street, Redfern or Moore Park Gardens. This is a building that's installed some solar and also done a heat pump for pool heating. 173 units. Here's the energy use breakdown. And we think energy costs are up from 208 to 495k per annum. CO2 down from 1556 to 996 tonnes of CO2 per annum. 1 Stirling Circuit in Camperdown, 200 units. Energy costs up from 446k to over $1 million. CO2 down from 3,300 to about 2,100 tonnes of CO2 per annum. 149 Piermont Street, 174 units. Energy costs up from 286k to 671k. CO2 down from 2,000 to about 1,333 tonnes of CO2 per annum. 68 to 70 Market Street, Sydney, 100 units. Energy costs up from 124 to 313k per year. CO2 down from 950 to 602 tonnes per annum. And I hope you've enjoyed our 20-year level up. We've got a bunch of extra resources. You might want to have a look at Wattbox solar training. We've got over 100 videos on our YouTube channel. Our Electrify Strata project now maps over 60,000 strata schemes in New South Wales out of about 84,000. And we've got an installer directory, which has over 300 installers that can help you electrify your building with everything you need. And if you want to join a WhatsApp group chat and talk about electrification of strata buildings, scan the QR code here. So I hope you've enjoyed our 20-year energy efficiency update for strata. Thank you.